Please take your time.
I remember looking up at my mother in a state of confusion. I stood up to excuse myself from a conference room full of people. I found myself standing in a restroom trying to catch my breath. I felt the tightness in my chest and my legs immediately collapsed. I fell to the floor and began to cry. My cries turned into screams of terror as I lay there in disbelief. February 12, 2019 was the day my world forever changed. This was the day I found out that my Yanni and little Hazel were gone forever. Before I could even make it home and tell my children, I received a call that it was already aired by the local news stations. I rushed home and immediately gathered my children because I wanted to be the one to tell them. I had to find a way to let them know that their sister and niece was gone. I would never forget the look on their faces when I told them. It was so hurtful because there wasn't anything I could do to help ease their pain as they all broke down. The next few months were so hard trying to keep my kids moving forward because Iyana was always a major part of their lives. She often turned her laptop into a projector and turned the room into a classroom. She was their biggest supporter and always pushed them to do their very best. After the situation, my kids began to struggle in school. Often I would see the news station at her bus stop speaking to anyone who was home. I would have to pick them up from school early frequently. Other days they couldn't find the strength to even get out of bed. Everything they worked so hard to accomplish began to slip away. Although I was trying to further my own education, I took a break from college only to never return. Work was another struggle for me. Being in the medical field is my responsibility to help others, but there was nothing I could do to help myself. I would often go into empty offices or go sit in my car just to cry. I isolated myself from my friends and my family and went into a deep state of depression. We would often go on random family outings. She loved the water, so we would go to Mayport, various piers, and a river walk. Sometimes we would just take random car rides. Iyana was always so happy-go-lucky and would have all of us cracking up laughing. There was an awkward silence the first car ride we took without her. Our smiles were replaced with crooked smiles, and our laughter was replaced with silence. Holidays are so hard. The first Christmas without her was the hardest. There were so many unopened gifts under the tree with her name on them. We tried to keep our family traditions of going to look at Christmas lights on Gerber Road because this was one of our favorite things to do. I will never forget our last Halloween. We went to pick out costumes and it took me by surprise when she told me she didn't need one. She took my badge and my scrubs and dressed up as me for Halloween. Mother Day will always feel different because now I have 3 instead of 4. I'll never get another Mother's Day card from her with coupons for back rows of flowers hand-picked from my garden. Iyana was full of life and wanted to do so many things. She wanted to be a pediatrician. I thought about being a lawyer. To my mom, she was going to be a lawyer because she could talk her way out of almost anything. She was thoughtful, caring, responsible, ambitious, articulate, a leader, a comedian, and so many other things. She was just a breath of fresh air. She was everything you could ask for in a daughter. Regardless of the picture that was painted, we were so close. She was my first love. I would never hear her say, "I love you," or hear her say, "I got some tea." I would never receive another FaceTime from her while I'm at work. I would never hear my granddaughter's first cries in a delivery room. I would never get to hold my granddaughter or get her in the middle. Or get her in the middle of the night like my mom did with Iyana. I would never get to see her as a mother. She was so happy when I told her I was taking maternity leave. When the baby was born, these things was taken from us just as she was. She wasn't in an accident. She didn't fall ill. She was murdered. Even saying the words don't feel right coming out of my mouth. I would have never imagined this would happen all because she was pregnant. Being the youngest in the family, I've always had the support of my older siblings. I have a special relationship with each of them, and they're always been there for me. I remember when my daughters were much younger. One of my sisters kept them while I was working. When I picked them up, their hair was braided in the cutest style. From that moment on, it was beads and braids. Braids and breeds, sorry. They loved to play Just Dance at another aunt's house. As much as my nephew tried, he could never beat her. We have family gatherings on a regular basis because we wanted our kids to grow up together. Never did I believe our family would experience this type of loss. This situation has caused severe trust issues and has forever changed that special bond. Over the past few years, I replayed a lot of scenarios in my mind. What if some of the things that I've learned throughout the trial had been brought to my attention? What if I found out she was pregnant earlier? What if I was told that my daughters was questioned by their aunts about an inappropriate relationship, or what prompted them to be questioned in the first place? I would never put my daughters in harm's way had I known these things. I will have to live the rest of my life with that what ifs. Although I will never get over this loss, I'm so thankful that justice was served. There were so many people that assist us in the justice process. To Detective Abbott and Miller Ricky, thank you for everything. It didn't matter how many times or how late I called. You were both there for me and never once rushed me off the phone. I appreciate both of you more than you'll ever know. Thank you to all the detectives and novices that searched the landfill for several days in those dreadful conditions. You are truly thankful for you all. To the state attorneys, Stacy and Dan, I could never express my gratitude for our time and the efforts that you put to ensure justice was served. To everyone at the state attorney office, thank you. Not only to you, to my family, I'm speechless. I love y'all. Thank you to our judicial system. The voices of Iyana and Hazel were heard. We heard things that no one should ever hear in their lifetime. However, justice was served. I thank God for the 16 years that I was able to spend with her.
The pain of a mother evident in her voice, a person who loses a child, I can't imagine. Right after that, the judge issued a sentence. She was the only one to testify or deliver a victim impact statement. And he had to apparently hold back emotion of his own as he delivered this sentence and really showed no mercy to this defendant. 3 consecutive life sentences, one for the rape of Iyana, one for the murder of Iyana, and one for the murder of her unborn child, which they had named Hazel.
Right.
All right, let's bring in our guests still with us, attorneys Jack Rice and Josh Schiffer. Jack Rice, I'll start with you. Just got to get your reaction to basically just no mercy here, which seems appropriate.
It absolutely seems appropriate, Michael. We think about the temperament of this judge.
We think about the willingness of this judge to look into the face of this relative and hear and embrace the pain, the brutality of what they have seen. That is a critical piece of the job. At the same time, coming back at the defendant, the convicted in this case, and swinging out, if you will, that's also a part of the job. And so under these circumstances, I think what he did was completely consistent with what the jury was requesting and completely consistent with what he had just heard. So I think it's important to realize judges have an extraordinarily difficult job, and to find that balance is incredibly difficult, as Judge Ashley certainly knows.
But I think I would add to that, though, Josh, he did not get the death penalty, and that was on the table. The jury did not recommend the death penalty, therefore the judge could not consider the death penalty. I think at the end of the day, no mercy, a sentence that most would agree with, was very appropriate given the 3 convictions. But on the other hand, his life is spared. That's a pretty good day in his life, I think, Josh.
It's a huge win for his defense team because of the facts involved. This could have very easily gone in exactly the opposite direction, and he could be dealing with a lifetime on death row until an execution. I think that this decision by the judge was bluntly kind of a layup. This is the kind of sentence that is demanded when you have a crime of this horridness and tragedy and viciousness.
With this kind of crime, Jack, not getting the death penalty had to have been about the fact that there was no body. And maybe this jury might have felt that if this body turns up somewhere, they don't want his blood on their hands. Is that a possibility? Yes, I think it is, Michael. When we look at what this jury has to do, remember the 3 biggest death penalty states, Texas, Florida, Virginia. And so you will see that regularly. In fact, the standard is even much less in some ways in Florida than we've seen anywhere else in the country. And so right now, the fact that this jury came back as they did means they were listening to a whole lot of things when they came to that conclusion. You're right.
I don't know, though. Even without a body, I was a little surprised they didn't recommend the death penalty in this case, Michael. Just my take after the evidence.
I only felt that his was a good story other than these awful crimes he committed. And so I think that might have helped as well.
Yeah, could be. Could be.